In the current session, we will be differentiating between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. This session will mark the end of basics of VLOOKUP, and after we finish off with this concept of where to use HLOOKUP, we will go inside VLOOKUP with match formula and the application side of the same. For now, let me explain the business problem. Let's say so far that we have been working upon is VLOOKUP. Why VLOOKUP? When let's say I want to find out company Blue's cost, which is 9,400. Normally we had been employing VLOOKUP so far. Why? Because the common link is given vertically in your database. So we had been writing simple formulas like these: lookup for blue, okay, table array, choosing the entire block, making sure F4 comma is used thereafter. Next, column index number, so 1, 2 and 3, and lastly, since this is not a slab, I will make sure I put in a false. Now consider this, that this data, if I transpose it in such format that the company names are given horizontally and the parameters are given vertically, sales and cost, same numbers, same data, but this time the common link is placed horizontally. The moment that happens, to fetch me the answer, I will be using HLOOKUP. Why HLOOKUP? The common link in the earlier case were given vertically, this time horizontally. So hence HL tab key, HLOOKUP. Now the formula hence looks exactly the same except this part, which I'll come to. So lookup value blue, okay. Table array, the entire thing chosen. Let me press an F4 as a matter of good habit, F4 comma. Now this doesn't talk about column index number, it talks about row index number. HLOOKUP has been able to look for blue horizontally and been able to locate that as well, but once it reaches this part, it is asking from which of these three rows must it fetch the cost from. So 1, 2, 3, in the third row lies the cost, so row index number 3. So this time I'm counting this way, 1, 2 and 3. Lastly, since this is not a this is not a slab, hence I'll be using false. Closing the brackets, enter. So that's the basic difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Now you may ask me, why is VLOOKUP the more popular amongst the two? Because most cases your data is given vertically. If you're talking about employee wise payroll slips, if I talk about trial balance, all the account codes, all the IDs are given vertically and not horizontally. Hence VLOOKUP is amongst the more popular formulas with respect to HLOOKUP. So with this we come to the end of basics of VLOOKUP. In the next main session we will be seeing the next level of VLOOKUP. So let's make sure we are absolutely crystal clear with our discussion so far on VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP.